So today I will be making multiple freezer meals. How many actual meals will we get out of that? I guess just check the title and you'll find out. Today we're gonna make a garlic parm pizza pasta for the crock pot. Now I've never cooked pasta in the crock pot, so I'm a little nervous about it. The original recipe did call for like ground beef, but this is like half the price, and I thought it would add a really nice flavor. And I'm adding pepperoni. I think you can add whatever pizza toppings you like, but this looks so easy to put together and delicious. For our Parmesan garlic pizza pasta, I went ahead and put all the instructions onto a Ziploc bag to make it even easier. I don't have one of those stands, so I just put my bag in a bowl. We're gonna add 1 pound of ground meat. You can do ground beef. I went with hot Italian sausage because I think it'll add a really nice flavor to the dish. We're gonna add all of our onions. I just chopped these up in a food processor. I have 1 cup of pepperoni. You can get the little mini kinds. I just went ahead and quartered up regular pepperoni. We're gonna add in some minced garlic. I shredded that entire 8-ounce block of mozzarella. Half of this is going in the bag. Half of it is gonna go in a Ziploc bag for later. And now we're gonna add 4 cups of marinara. Whatever kind of marinara you like will work. And now we're adding 3 cups of water. I know it looks like I'm adding more marinara. I promise I'm not. I'm just reusing the same measuring cup that I did the marinara in. We are going to seal up our bag, and we are going to do our best to get all of that air, or as much of it, out of the bag as you can. In this bowl, we have the other half of our mozzarella and a 1/4 cup of Parmesan. Now, I only have the flaky kind, so I'm kind of breaking it up, and I'm going to give it a good mix. And then this is going into a Ziploc bag. And there you go. So quick, so easy. I did go ahead and tape that cheese to our freezer meal so they'll be all together. And then on our pasta, I went ahead and wrote that it's for a freezer meal, what that freezer meal is, so we won't use this for a different dinner. And that way we'll know we'll have pasta when we pull this out. We are going to make bourbon chicken for the crock pot. I've never made this before, but according to the recipe I found, this is all you need. Is it authentic? I have zero idea. I've never eaten it before. We are going to cut this into about 1-inch cubes, and you can cut off any of the gross parts you don't like. I'm using boneless, skinless chicken thighs. You can use whatever kind of chicken you and your family prefer. We have cubed up and separated our chicken. There's roughly 2 pounds in each bag. Now the sauce we're gonna make is for 4 pounds. So I'm just gonna make the whole recipe and divide it between the 2. We're gonna do 2 teaspoons of ground ginger, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon of ground pepper, 2/3 cup soy sauce, 2/3 cup apple juice, 2 teaspoons of vinegar, 1 cup brown sugar, and we're just gonna whisk all of this together. Okay. We're gonna take half of this, put it in one bag, and half of this, put it in the other, and then we're all done. It is that simple. I have 2 meals fully done. This should be at least a dinner and a lunch for me and my family. We're just gonna thaw overnight, cook on low, and we're just gonna serve it with rice and veggies. Easy peasy. 2 dinners done. We are going to make some beef and broccoli for the crock pot and for a freezer prep. So I have quite a bit over 2.5 pounds of meat. This recipe calls for, I think, 2 pounds, but this is what I have, so this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna make 2 different meals out of this. I'm gonna split it in half. So I have a bag of broccoli, 4 each, load up on the veggies, some sesame seed oil, cornstarch for after, when you actually cook it, beef broth, minced garlic, soy sauce, and brown sugar. This should come together really quickly. You are going to want to cut your beef into strips and make sure you're cutting against the grain. Get your bags ready. Be sure to label them with what it is, the date, and all of your instructions. As you see, we'll just cook this on low in the crock pot. We're gonna mix the cornstarch and sauce, kind of thicken it up, add our broccoli, and we're gonna serve ours with rice. Like I said, I'm splitting this recipe in half, but if you have a larger family, you can do it all in one. And now we're gonna make the sauce. We're gonna start with 1/2 cup of soy sauce, 1/3 cup of brown sugar, a tablespoon of minced garlic, or more if your family likes it, and 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. We're gonna add 1 cup of our broth. We're just gonna give this a really good mix, get that brown sugar dissolved. And that's it, we're all done. I put the meat in like a sandwich bag and the broccoli together. That way I can just pull this out, I have everything I need. This should be good in the freezer for probably at least 3 months. Today we're making rosemary chicken. I've been told this can go in the crock pot. I don't know if that's what I'll end up doing. But I have 4 chicken thighs, which I am going to clean up a little bit, get some of that excess fat off of. I have a combination of fresh rosemary and dry rosemary. My fresh need to be used, and I need to substitute, so dried will also work. A couple strips of bacon and some minced garlic. Now that our chicken is dried and cleaned up a little bit, we are going to put some olive oil on them. This used to have a handle to it. I don't know where it went, but oh well. I'm just gonna use what I got. It's fine. We're gonna go ahead and flip over our chicken and get oil on both sides. I have my rosemary and just minced garlic that we're just gonna spread all over the chicken. Now, the recipe I found did not have actual like measurements for anything. So I'm just kind of guessing at what looks right for how much I should be adding. Now that our chicken is seasoned, we're gonna wrap each piece with 1 strip of bacon. Right, start with a small piece. We're just gonna wrap it all the way around. I may end up needing more bacon. So our chicken is wrapped. I'm gonna go place this on some parchment paper. Here's what our chicken looks like. I'm gonna put this into the freezer so that way all the bacon and chicken can kind of freeze and stick together before putting it in the Ziploc bag. The chicken was in the freezer for maybe an hour and I just moved it into the bag. This should be good in the freezer for about 3 months. Thank you all for joining me today. I hope you liked this video. I enjoyed making it. These meals came together so fast. Honestly, what took the longest was setting up the tripod and actually cutting all the meat. Other than that, it would have definitely come together in way less than 60 minutes. What's great about these meals is that they are dump and go. I won't have to think about them. I can just pull them out of my freezer. I will let you all know how they turn out in the next few weeks as we start trying them. If you like this kind of content, think about sticking around by hitting that like button and subscribing. I have more freezer meals and budget easy meals coming your way in the next few weeks that you won't want to miss out on. But until next time, bye.